New construction. If you're buying a new construction house, it's a very exciting time. Not only are you buying a new house, but everything is new, and that's so cool that you're the first owner, the first user, and you really get to have a fresh experience with a house, one that's just yours, one that hasn't been inhabited by anybody else. And when you're packing and moving into this new home, there's a lot to think about. How are you going to decorate it? How are you going to organize? How am I going to get settled in my new neighborhood and in my new house? And the last thing that you want to worry about is something going to break? Is something going to leak? And if you're buying new construction, you're probably not worried about that. But should you be? New homes need inspections too, and that's what we're going to talk about today. And we're starting right now.
I'm Sherry Ann Green with Coldwell Banker. Welcome to my YouTube channel that guides home sellers and home buyers in Washington, D.C. and Northern Virginia.
So when you're buying a house, if you're buying one that's been previously inhabited, you certainly want to get a home inspection, whether it's a pre-inspection walk and talk or an inspection while you're under contract. You want to make sure that everything is working and functioning and that there aren't any safety things that you need to take care of, any hazardous things that you need to take care of, in addition to anything that's broken. When you're buying new construction, you can make the assumption that everything is new and everything is going to be fine. But the truth of the matter is, every new construction job, every new construction house isn't always done to code. It isn't always done exactly how it should be, and there are some things that you may need to have repaired, whether you ask the seller to repair them while you're under contract or whether you take care of those items once you buy the house. Purchasing a home that is new construction should always get a home inspection too. You shouldn't make the assumption that because it's new, it doesn't need to be inspected. A new home may look like it's going to be fine, but remember, no one has lived in that home. No one has run all of the appliances. No one has run the heating and the air conditioning system, the pipes. No one's really checked the hot water heater. No one's seen if the roof is leaking or is fine. And that's what you need to do during this home inspection. You don't want to be the guinea pig that finds out that the range that the developer purchased is a lemon. You want to find that out beforehand. You want to make sure that the construction team has done everything they can that's up to code. They've included everything that they should be including in a new home build. You've probably purchased something before, a toaster or a microwave, and it didn't really work like you expected it to. And that's the same thing for new homes, except there are so many more pieces and parts that could have an issue. It's a good chance that new construction homes are going to be in really good condition, but there's also a good chance that there could be something that needs some attention. So in a new home, yes, you're the first person who's lived there. No one's been there through a heavy rain or a snowstorm. No one's really tested the heating and the air conditioning system. With a home that you are buying from someone else, somebody has been there. Somebody has been running the systems. Somebody has been watching to see if the roof is leaking. But when it's new construction, that's all on you to check. When you're buying a home that someone else has lived in, the fear of the disclosures and getting those right usually gets a seller to either fully disclose something they know is broken or to repair it before they even put it on the market so they don't have an issue under contract. In contrast to that is a new construction home, and the developer hasn't taken the time to run all of the systems and to see if everything really is functioning in tip-top shape. The second piece of this is new homes aren't always built to code. Wait, what? Yes, you heard me correctly. New homes are not always built to code. While new homes do get inspected by the jurisdictions that they sit in before a certificate of occupancy is given or just to confirm that the work has been done correctly, that inspector could miss something, or there could have been something that was done after that. It could have been something the inspector for the city caught that never got addressed by the contractor after that initial visit. These county or city inspectors work to make sure that everything has been done to the minimum standard, but they aren't necessarily there to inspect it as a person who would live in the home. And they're human, so something could have been overlooked. Simple things like grounded outlets may have not been put in every place that they should be in a new construction home. The polarity of those outlets could even be reversed and may not be caught by the county, the jurisdiction's inspector. But most of the time, a simple oversight can be corrected before you finalize the purchase. The next thing to know is that new homes may need 2 inspections. Now, I know 2 inspections sounds like overkill, but if you are truly buying a home from the ground up, you may want your inspector to go in initially when the home is just being built, before the drywall is put into place. That way your inspector can see how the wiring is done, how the plumbing is done, how the venting is done, before everything gets sealed up. Then they would come back into the home with you and do a normal home inspection once everything has been finished and the county inspections have also been accomplished. It may seem like overkill, but think about it this way. You actually get to see what's behind your walls. Most of us don't. We have to assume that the wiring is done correctly back behind the drywall, or the plumbing is done correctly back behind the drywall. You get the opportunity to see that before it gets all sealed up. If you have that first inspection, you can make sure that the beams, the studs, the insulation, all of those things are really put in the right place before the drywall gets sealed over the work. And if you find issues during this inspection, you can provide an initial punch list to your developer. Just make sure that that initial punch list is something your agent has written into your contract. The other reason you want to do an inspection on new construction is, even if everything does come out to be a-okay, it's a wonderful education about your new house. How do all the systems work? How do they tie into each other, or do they? How do you turn off the water? How do you turn off the electricity if you need to? Where is the gas line coming into the house, and how do you shut that off if you need to? It's a wonderful education as a homeowner to know where all the systems are, how they function, how to maintain them, and how to turn them off if you have an emergency. A good inspector is going to show you where those shut-off valves are, show you where your electrical panel is, show you how to take it off, and look at the wiring as it comes into that panel. And all of these things are helpful to know as a homeowner, so that if you do have to do repairs down the road, you can tell your contractor just where to look. So whether it's new construction or you're buying a home from someone who's already lived there, that's called a resale purchase, make sure you do a home inspection. Take that home inspector along with you so you can not only identify any safety issues or hazardous issues that do need to be repaired while you're under contract, but so that you can also be a very educated homeowner. Have you done an inspection on new construction? Let me know about that in the comments. Did you do 1? Did you do 2? How did it go? Did you have to negotiate anything with your developer? I'd love to hear how that went as well. And if there is something else about the new home purchase you'd like to ask me about, leave that too. I'd love to address your comments in a future video. Are you new to my channel, or you just haven't subscribed yet? Make sure you do. I post new videos every week about the home buying and the home selling process, and I'd love to have you come along.